All right, y'all. First things first, this is for login behaviors in School Runner. This can be for a single student or a group of students. We would first click on our School Runner link. Next, we would go over to behaviors, culture, and behavior, excuse me. Now here, you can look to assign a specific behavior for one scholar. Here, you can start to type the scholar's name if needed. You can also just scroll down and select it if that's what you prefer. Once you have the scholar selected, you would go to the behavior tab and select the behavior that they exhibited. Now, something that's new this year for the 2023-2024 school year is that we've given some of the Achieve books a more specific name. So if they were actively participating or they had a class job, if they had a really good class share out, you can go ahead and click on that. If there's something here or something, an action that was exhibited in your classroom that you don't see here, that is totally okay. You can select the closest matching thing and then just be more specific in the comments. For this, I could say maybe you're taking a quiz during class. So I might just add during quiz time. Before logging it, I want to make sure the date is correct so it gets logged in for the right week. I can move it around if needed. If you're doing this after the fact, maybe you're doing it right before on Wednesday night or Thursday during the day before free dress is announced. You want to be able to make sure you log it in the correct day. You then come back here and save it. This has to be clicked in order for it to be logged into School Runner. That's not clicked. Again, it won't log it in. Now, something that might make it a little bit easier is also just logging it as a group. So two ways to do that. You can either go up here where it says group, scroll down to your classroom. In this case, we'll use 5.1 Blaze. If you were to click on that, if you had Blaze that week, they did a really good job in one of their classroom entrances. You could look to assign that. Now, as you click this, I usually typically use this top row if I'm doing it this way. I can click on, again, the strong entrance and exit. Say this was during ELA class. Now, I'm doing this up here. If I click on this gear, I can fill down the row or fill down the comments only as needed. I'm going to do the row just so everybody gets the Achieve books and everybody gets the same comment. And then in order to do it this way, you do have to get rid of what's in the top row. You would go back to the date, make sure it's the correct date, and then click save. Now, another way to do this is, so I'm going to reset, is to also go here. So instead of just typing a specific scholar's name, you could type in the classes. In this case, I'm going to use 6.1 Longhorns. Now I can go ahead and, again, similar thing. They all were doing great for their entrance. They did a really good job. This case, it was during science. I can just click this again, make sure it's the right date, and then click on the save button. That easy. Now, let's say 95% of your scholars did a great job, but one scholar, got a deduction during the strong entrance, right? If you still wanted to apply Achieve books, you didn't have to, but if you still did, you could click on that button and then just get rid of whichever scholar, potentially maybe wasn't meeting expectations at that time. This can be the same thing for if they're actively participating. So you got most scholars actively participating. Maybe there's 3 to 4 scholars that, again, didn't give an answer. So you just take them off. And then same process, date, and you come up here to save.